Hey guys, hello folks. Welcome again to this channel. It's been a little bit of, it's been a while. It's been maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Welcome again. This is the Purple V. Now, you know what purple is. We're talking originality, inspiration, good taste, and luxury. Purple. Now, you know what this channel is about. We're talking interior design, landscape, anything in the built environment. Anything that is happening in the built environment, drainage issues, building issues that has to do with environmental impact, anything building. Hello, folks. I'm happy to be here, and today's video is a short and concise one. It's about the requirements for the insurance of a building permit in Ghana. The requirements for the insurance of a building permit in Ghana. I mean, lots of folks have been asking, and I've decided to make it the subject for today's video. So for ease of flow, I've decided to categorize the various stages of this process into 6. So that we can have 6 stages. So stage 1, you need a site plan. You need a site plan when you're going for the building permit. You need 5 copies of your site plan. So that's number 1. Number 2, you need a fence wall design. That's the boundary wall of your property needs to have a wall. So the metropolitan authorities would require you to have a design that they want to see. So you need a fence wall design, and then you need a block plan. Block plan refers to the building in relation to the demarcation of your site. So when you look at the drawing, you see the outline of your building in relationship to the boundaries of your site with the various dimensions. So you need 5 copies of that block plan, 5 copies of the fence wall design, and I already talked about the site plans. So you need 5 of those as well. And then number 3, you need a clearance letter from the land title registry. When you make an inquiry, you make a search. When you procure your property, you usually go for a search to make sure that the names and the titles on the land are clear, and you need a clearance letter after you have done that from the land title registry to authenticate your property. All right, so that's number 3. Number 4, you need 4 sets of working drawings. Now, the working drawings are categorized into 3 sections. You have the architectural drawings, you have the structural drawings, and of course the services drawings. Now, the architectural drawings are basically about the design of your intended development. We're talking the number of rooms and the functional relationship of these rooms. And it also brings out the design, highlights the roof design, general architecture. So that's what it is for the architecture. And then you need also the structural drawings. The structural drawings are basically focusing on the structural integrity or the load-bearing capacity drawings. The engineers do calculations on the kind of loads that the building is going to accommodate, imposed loads, live loads. To break it down further, it's about reinforcement design, the kind of reinforcement that is going into the structural components of the building. When I talk about structural components of the building, I'm talking about the columns, the beams, the floor slabs, what I'm saying, roof gutters, so all of that information is what you're going to get with the structural drawings. Okay, and then we come to the services drawings. The services drawings are basically about air conditioning. If you're going to have air conditioning, the detailed wiring that goes into that, piping, we're talking electrical switches and sockets, lighting, even the meters and all of that, the configuration, where they've been placed, and the detailing that involves all of that is what you're going to get with regards to the services drawing. So you need 4 sets, of those. Then what you also need to do is that you get all the relevant professionals to sign and stamp the drawings, the relevant drawings. So the professional planner will need to stamp your block plan. An architect will need to sign and stamp your architectural drawings. A structural engineer will need to sign and stamp your structural drawings. And, a services engineer would also need to stamp your, services drawings. So once you have all of that, you're ready. You're complete for stage 1. And stage 2, you purchase a building application form and then a town and country planning form. You need to purchase all of that. And then stage 3, you fill all these forms. And then if, depending on the kind of building it is, if it's a multi-level building, then, for instance, if it's not a residential building, it's a civic building, it's an office building going up 10 floors, 11 floors, 12 floors, there's certain additional reports that you may need. You may need environmental impact assessment report, you need a hydro report, you need a geological report, and then you need a traffic management assessment report as well. So you guys should note that. So you need environmental impact assessment, a hydro, geological, and a traffic impact assessment. That's all you need. So that's for stage 3. Now stage 4, you submit your completed forms with all the relevant attachments to the town and country planning office in your district. So once you submit that, you're ready for stage 5. Now, stage 5 is the processing. It's your application is, and your requirements that the documents that you presented is processed by the statutory planning committee. And the statutory planning committee will take 4 weeks to access your documents, and then they in turn would require, or they usher the technical subcommittee to meet and evaluate the application. They visit the site and make recommendations to the statutory planning committee. That whole process will take another 4 weeks. And then after that, after the technical subcommittee complete their work, it takes another 2 weeks of receipt. The secretary would issue the building permit. So as you guys can see, the 4 plus 4 plus 2, so that's 10 weeks. So the secretary would issue the application permit, and then stage 6, you pay your fees, the required fees for the building permit, and after you receive your approval letter, you pay the fees, and you pick up your building permit. So that's it. It's pretty simple, right? But what you guys should note is that the building permit has a validity period of 5 years. So after 5 years, if you don't develop your property, your building permit becomes null and void. So you make sure that you after you acquire your building permit, you do your development within 5 years. All right. Thanks folks for watching. Like I said, this is a short and concise video, and I would like to acknowledge my 77 subscribers who have journeyed with me on Purpleview. And I'd like that for those of you who are watching this channel for the first time, I'd like you to subscribe to this channel as well, and to keep the information flow going. All right. We have more videos in the coming weeks, so stay tuned, and I'll see you soon, folks.